Time now to take a look at the newspapers and what's making headlines this morning. And we start with the Mail and Guardian. Mail and Guardian, another expensive talk shop. How the national dialogue was hijacked. And they go into quite some detail on that in the body of the paper. This year's top 200 young South Africans. This is something that most people tend to look forward to. So you can look at that today. And also, never mind the bootlickers, AI is just normal technology. There's also an interesting one on the rise of hotels in Joburg CBD, and rhinos go nuclear to avoid traffickers. That's the front page of this morning's Mail and Guardian. Moving on to Business Day. Car makers press states to hike duty. Now, South Africa's motor industry warns that urgent action is needed to protect it from a flood of imports, and goes on to say the biggest increase is from China, where analysts said government subsidizes at least, or subsidies rather, allow vehicles to be made 20 to 30% cheaper than anywhere else. And of course, these cars now flooding the South African market. Be interesting to see how government responds to that. Dialogue runs into quarrels, and much of that will be spoken about today. Bank warns of inflation uncertainty, and the picture there, World Humanoid Robot Games, and humanoid robots taking part in the opening ceremony of the inaugural World Humanoid Robot Games at the National Speed Skating Oval in Beijing on Thursday, Stacey. And a picture there of one of the humanoids running. So there you go. And also, bottom line, timing crucial to investment outcomes, among other things. So some of the stories are very busy front page there for the Business Day this morning. Moving on, the Star, they going with fatal Maponya Mall attack sparks protest, and this claimed the life of one e-hailing driver and left two others injured. That's where our reporter Calvin Lula will be updating us from this morning. Morero's fury, DA's legacy of financial chaos in Johannesburg. Mayor Dada Morero has come out swinging, laying the blame for the city's deepening financial crisis squarely at the door of the Democratic Alliance-led coalition. And then lawyers for deadly Boksburg tanker explosion filed 65 million rand lawsuit. Nearly 2 years after the deadly Boksburg tanker explosion, justice is now being sought in court. LHL Attorneys Inc. has filed a 65 million rand claim on behalf of 67 victims. And those are some of the stories. Moving to The Citizen. What a weekend. The nation will urge our sportsmen to glory in a stupendous triple header of clashes in cricket, rugby, and brutal Ultimate Fight Championship, where Dricus du Plessis will blitz his Russian opponent. Now, the Proteas and Springboks face their old foe, Australia, to test a sporting rivalry that hasn't diminished over the decades. And just a quick look there at the Sowetan finally. And Sowetan this morning, they're going with that Soweto story, the e-hailing one, as their lead. Killed 3 days into a new job. A murdered e-hailing driver, Mthokozisi Mvelase, and pictures of what played out. Mvelase had returned to Joburg 2 weeks ago, overjoyed about a chance to work and help his ailing mom in KZN. Can't pretend it's business as usual, say Soweto residents demanding their rights to choose how they travel. Okay, those are your newspaper front pages, and don't forget sabcnews.com as well as the SABC Plus app. It's 7 o'clock.